We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring another episode of Galui's Mood Food. Please be advised they will be tempting your taste buds.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Galui's Mood Food. Today we're actually going to show you how to make some homemade Italian sauce or gravy for spaghetti or whatever other Italian dish you want to make. First thing we got is 3 large cans of crushed tomatoes. Get yourself some good tomatoes. Don't get a cheap brand of tomatoes, because the better quality you put into it, the better sauce you're going to get. We also have a small can of tomato paste. We're adding some beef bone. If you can get a nice beef bone, great. If you can't, get something that has a lot of bone in it. I think we're using some, I don't even know what we're using. I'll tell you when we get to that part. But it just flavors the sauce with a little bit of meat. If you, like I said, if you can get a beef bone, great. If you can't find one, get the next best thing to it. We're going to use a cup of wine, a cup of beer. Just going to start off. I already got it on the stove here. ½ a cup of extra virgin olive oil. You want to get 4 to 5 cloves, nice sized cloves of fresh garlic. You want to just crush them. You don't have to chop them, you don't have to do anything. You just want to crush them, because we're going to get the flavor of the garlic in the olive oil to cook the bone. And for the vegetarian version, omit the bone or the beef or whatever you're going to put in it. So that's, anyway, 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to use 4 tablespoons of garlic powder, 4 tablespoons of onion powder, 3 tablespoons of basil, 2 teaspoons of basil, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 3/4 teaspoon of rosemary, thyme, ground sage, and marjoram, and about 4 bay leaves, and we're going to salt and pepper this to taste. So the first thing we're going to do is, I got the olive oil heating up here. We got our garlic. Cloves were real big, so I'm going to put 5 cloves in, because we like garlic. All you basically have to do is just cut the 2 ends off, flip it over, and crush it. And once you crush it, the skin is pretty much going to just fall right off, just like that. It's that simple. We're going to put those right in the olive oil. And all we're going to do right now is we're going to get them just to brown. You don't want them too brown, you don't want them burnt, because when garlic burns, it has a bad taste to it. So we're going to just let these brown in the olive oil right now. And while that's going on, I'm going to get the next part ready. Is going to be our meat put in here. We'll be right back. You're watching Galui's Mood Food. This is homemade Italian gravy or sauce. Okay, we're back with Galui's Mood Food. We got the garlic brown. Now you can see it's just brown. It's not, like I said, you don't want to burn it. You just want to brown it. You want to get that flavor mingled with that olive oil. We couldn't find a beef bone, so what we're going to use is a bone-in short rib. And all you want to do is you just want to take it. Put it right
listen to that.
And just let that brown up here. Where's my lid? Now save your garlic. Some people don't put the garlic back in. We put the garlic back in the sauce because we like the garlic. That's totally up to you. We save the garlic because we're going to put it back in the sauce. I'm going to brown these short ribs. You want to get a nice brown on all the sides of them. And once we do that, that's when we're going to start adding the tomatoes, the tomato paste, and all the herbs, the garlic. Just letting that sit. We're going to put it back in the pan for maybe about 20 minutes to a half hour. It smells so good. And then what we're going to do is after it cooks it here for about maybe 20 minutes or so, we're going to put it in a roasting pan, pop it in the oven, and we're going to cook it for about 2 or 3 hours, low and slow. It's the best way to do it. Gets all those flavors mingled. It's going to taste off the hook. But while these are cooking, stick around. This is Galui's Moon Food. This is homemade Italian gravy. Okay, we're back. We got our meat cooking. You can see it's got a beautiful brown on it.
Hold it up.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
That's what you want to get. Once your meat gets brown like that, in your olive oil. Now we've had this on about a medium heat with our garlic first, like I said. Took our garlic out. We're browning our meat. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start adding all the other goodies to this. And, stop. We got three large cans of crushed tomatoes. Like I said, get yourself some good tomatoes. It's worth the investment. And if you got a big family, you can freeze this. And you can make as much as you want. You can freeze it. It'll probably last in the freezer probably for about 3 to 4 months. Covered well and seal it. When you want to have an Italian dinner. But what we're going to do is we're going to start adding these tomatoes in here, nice and slow.
Oh, beautiful.
And watch yourself because it is hot. You get a little spurt in there.
Spurtin'.
A little spurtin'. That's a word. I think I looked it up.
Spatin'?
Spatin', spurtin'.
Spurtin'? What's the spurt back at you?
Spurtin' back at you. Make sure you get all that beautiful stuff there. Look at that. Put that in there. Our last can.
What are the ounces on those?
I will tell you that in 1 second here. These are actually 28-ounce cans. And you can see it pretty much fills this pot.
Oh yeah.
Get that all stirred around in there. We're going to add the garlic that we had already browned. We're going to add that right back into it. To this we're going to add a can of tomato paste. What this does is it just helps thicken up your sauce. Gives it a beautiful taste.
What's that size?
Let me see if I can get all this out. I'll tell you how big the can is. It's just a small can. It's not very big. You can also get the squirt little bottles if you want. I don't know. This is a 6-ounce can of tomato paste.
There you go.
We're going to get this stirring up here with the meat. Mix all this together. And now we're going to add our herbs.
Why do you put the bones in?
Because they're cheaper. Now you want the bones because the bones actually are what gives the flavor. The marrow of the bone is what gives it the fat, the beautiful taste. And that is what you want in a good sauce. And like I said, if you want a vegetarian kind of sauce, just don't add the meat. And to this, again, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of garlic powder, 4 tablespoons of onion powder. It's squirting out of here.
Hey.
Let me put the lid back on here real quick.
Hey.
3 teaspoons of basil, 2 teaspoons of oregano, 3/4 of a teaspoon of rosemary, thyme, ground sage, and marjoram. And we're going to put 4 bay leaves in and some salt and pepper to taste. And I'm going to stir this because it's bubbling. It's popping up here like crazy. So we're going to add our... I have them all already measured out. Just going to put them in. And like I said, if you want to find out exactly what you need to put in here, just go to our Facebook page. It's just Facebook, Galui's Mood Food, or we have a new cookbook on Kindle that has all the recipes. It has this recipe to make your own sauce, how to, and all the ingredients. And just search us on Kindle, or search us on Facebook. The book is called Let's Tempt Your Taste Buds.
Oh, and we do.
And we do. And we just put it up. It's a brand new book. Cookbook we have, I think, 42 different recipes between entrees, soups, appetizers, drinks, and some sweets. So what you want to do right now is we're going to get this going to a nice boil, not a heavy boil, but a nice boil. From there, we're going to put it in a roasting pan. We're going to stick it up in the oven. This is going to probably be on your middle rack at about 300 degrees. We're going to cook it for about 3 to 4 hours. You want to cook this, you want to get it nice and all mixed together. Pretty much the meat is going to fall apart. We're going to discard the bones, but we're going to get this going, and we'll be back. We'll show you. We're going to put it in a roasting pan, put it in the oven, cook it low and slow. And like I said, if you have a big family, you can double this recipe, but you're going to have a bigger pot. And if you don't use all of this, you can freeze it. You can stick it in the freezer, put it in a nice container, cover it, label it, put a date on it when you made it. Put it in the freezer. Next time you want to have an Italian dish of any kind, you want to make some meatballs, you want to put them in here, you already got the sauce made. It's homemade, it's off the hook. We're going to show you how to make some homemade meatballs pretty soon, but you're watching Galui's Mood Food. I'm going to let this boil. We'll be back. Stick around. Don't forget our cookbook, Let's Tempt Your Taste Buds. It's on Kindle right now, on Amazon Kindle. Check it out. Stick with us. Okay, we're back. We've had this cooking for, I'd say, about 20 minutes or so. Now we're going to add the good stuff. We've got a half a cup of red wine, a good red wine, something that you would drink.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to use cheap wine. You also want to do a half a cup of beer. Oh, I'm sorry, a cup.
A cup. I was going to say, it looks more like a cup.
Yeah, you want to use a cup of wine and a cup of beer. You want to put that right in there. And to there, you probably want to add yourself, I'd say probably about a nice 3/4 to a teaspoon of salt. And you can always add more salt later. And if your tomatoes are a bit, a little tart, that's the word, tart. You can always add a little bit of sugar to the salt. So we're going to let this cook. Everything's just mixing up here good. We're going to let this cook for about another 10 or 15 minutes. Then we're going to pop it in our oven. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Let me taste some of that.
Need sugar?
Oh no, that don't need sugar. That's why you want to use good tomatoes. Good tomatoes usually are on a little bit of sweet side, but they don't have too much tartness. So we're going to let that all mingle up here a little bit. We're going to pop it in the oven. You stick around. This is Galui's Mood Food. This is homemade Italian gravy for any kind of Italian meal you want to make. Hey everyone, we're back. We've got our homemade Italian sauce or gravy. I'm going to show you kind of how it's going to look. Isn't that beautiful? And it's hot.
Mmm, yum.
And this is off the hook right there.
Smells so good.
We made ourselves some angel hair pasta. And you can see most of the meat is falling off the bone. And this is probably just kind of falling off right there. But that's what you want. You want these bones. That's what's the most important. Gives it all that flavor. And like I said, if you don't want to use the meat, If you want more vegetarian, just don't put the bone in or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ladle some of this.
How long has it been cooking?
It's been cooking, we cooked it about 20 minutes on top of the stove. And then we have an oven-proof pan. We had it on 350 for about 3.5, 4, maybe 5 hours, just till the meat starts falling apart. It gets thick. It gets beautiful.
What temp?
350. 350. We're just going to ladle some of this right on top of the angel hair pasta. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And you still have some of that meat that's in there. Like I said, if you want to do some meatballs or that, we're going to show you some of that too, how to make some homemade meatballs. But this is homemade Italian sauce, Italian gravy, whatever you want to call it. You've been watching Galui's Mood Food. We showed you how to do this. It's very simple. It's just mainly just the cooking time. And again, you can go to Amazon Kindle. We have our cookbook out. It tells you the exact recipe, how to make this, how to do everything. If you can't find us on Kindle, just go to our Facebook page. It's Facebook, Galui's Mood Food. Just look up Galui's Mood Food. It'll pull our site up. You'll find a link to our cookbook page. Like I said, it's got about 42 of our favorite dishes. It's not all of them. We're going to put another one out later, but this one's out for you. If you have Kindle, it's on. You can watch it free. We've got the Share, Kindle Share, so you can get all these great recipes, write them down. You have them right in front of you. But this is a beautiful sauce, nice, rich, thick, beautiful Italian sauce. You can't do better than that right there. Look at that.
Slice of garlic bread.
We're going to serve this up with some garlic bread, a little side salad. That's all you need. That's a meal right there. So again, thank you again for watching Galui's Mood Food. We appreciate you all watching us. We'll see you again next time. Take care. I'm going to dig into this because this is supper tonight. We love y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.